But anyways, we got special guests.
Why?
We
Where did you?
have hold on. We
Who
got
is this?
we got a football player.
Oh, are you surprising me with this?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, let's do it, man. Who is this?
Hello, this Charles.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
So
Good,
this
good to
was
have you on.
my surprise um to Ballard. I didn't tell him about this.
Is
Um
that why you titled it what you titled it?
yeah, grab your popcorn.
All right.
So this is Charles Humphrey Jr. Introduce yourself.
I'm Charles Humphrey Jr. I'm a three-star offensive line committed to Mississippi State.
No. So this is funny because um I recently just took a position covering Mississippi State at the Voice of College Football on YouTube, dude. And I was actually looking into recruiting the other day, not on the air or anything yet, but just trying to get together for next week, and your name came up.
Yes, sir.
I just haven't really been able to watch film or anything, but yeah, that's awesome, man. I gotta ask you though, like, why Mississippi State, man? What stands out?
Just how together they are, and they've been recruiting me for a while, and just how down to earth they are, and the connection I got with all the coaching staff and the players.
That's awesome, man.
Yes.
Also, was it a landslide? Was it a close one? Whenever you was making your decision, was it always going to be Mississippi State, or did you have some other colleges that you was looking at?
It was between Mississippi State and Virginia Tech, and like I said, it was just like I had a connection with Virginia Tech too, but it was just the longevity of my relationship with Mississippi State coaching staff, like the head coach, Coach Libby, and Coach Lowe.
And are those the one that recruited you the most?
Yes, sir.
For sure. Also, tell me about your experience with recruiting. Tell me about your recruiting experience and how did that go?
Well, it was great, actually. I've been dreaming to be one of the top football players ever since I was little. So when it started actually when it started actually becoming true, and became reality, it was just a dream come to life. So it was great.
What other schools did you get to visit and what was some cool experiences that you had on the recruiting trail?
Well, the only two schools I had official visits for was Virginia Tech and Mississippi State. But I also had like unofficial visits with Clemson, who else? Louisville and other schools. But I had offers from Alabama State, Arkansas State, Cincinnati, Jackson State, Liberty, Marshall, Memphis, Ole Miss, Oregon, Toledo, and UT Martin.
Yeah, so let me I mean, gosh, I was not prepared for this interview, but just thinking off the top of my head, like, what I always want to know is like when it comes to the position of offensive tackle, like, or really any position, but I'm always curious, like, is there someone in the game of football that maybe you try to model yourself after when you play that position?
Trent Williams, that's my number one. That's my
Okay.
favorite player in the league, Trent Williams. Yeah, and then also finding out that Coach Loho, the offensive line coach from Mississippi State, coached Trent Williams and got a good relationship with him. That's yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, let me also ask what stands out. Like, have you gotten to meet Jeff Lebby and gotten to know him as a person? And if so, talk to me about that. Like, just talk to me about the head ball coach down there, man.
Of course, I got to meet Coach Libby just other than football plenty of times. I've been to his house twice, and he's just a great guy, good family guy. Make sure all his players treated well and everything. He's just down to earth, like
So
Awesome.
you go to Bearden High School out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Is that correct?
uh, yes, sir.
So tell me about your high school head coach and what he means to you.
Coach Jones, he was a great coach. He's a great coach. Like his coaching, his passion for football is over the roof. So yeah, he a great coach. I love Coach Jones.
And also, tell me about your teammates. Who was the closest to you on your team, and how just tell me about y'all's relationship.
Uh, Really, almost the whole team got a relationship with everybody, but a couple of players that like I knew from eighth grade. Uh, uh, Damian Lavelle, he played wide receiver, and Jason Thompson, he played running back. I just got a good bond with them, with those two people. Yeah, that's what
I I always ask this question, because I love music. So, you're getting ready for a football game. What's your go to music? Right before a game.
it is. It'll probably be some rap, probably something to get me hyped right before the game, put me in a certain mentality.
Is there a specific artist?
No, not really. Any rap just to hype me up before the game. That's what I'm gonna listen.
All right, for sure. You know, I've had I've had some different answers, but uh, yeah, I get rap music a lot. Um, I also love rap music as well. I get really hype and love to you know I'm a Georgia fan. So like you know there's a guy that does Georgia rap music, and he gets me uh, really hyped for games as well. But also, another question: take us through, a whole entire day, like get the day of the game. It's a Friday morning. What you get for breakfast, and kind of take us through the whole day leading up into the Friday night lights.
Well, especially on a game day, I start off with breakfast with probably 3 eggs and probably some sausage links or something like that. Go to school hype for the game. Everybody talking about it, but like right before the game, uh, I warm up, stretch, get a little prayer in, put on the pad, suit up, listen to my music, and get ready for the game.
For sure. What got you into football to begin with?
I've been playing football ever since I was 5, so and I just always loved it. I don't know what it is about it. It's like my it's like this for me. It gets me real calm. It's just like I can move freely and just move carefree on the field. Like it's a passion I have for football. It's good.
Awesome. Yeah, Charles, again, it's great to have you on here, man. Talk to me about Like, is faith a big part of your life? And if so, just kind of talk to me about that. Just maybe some of your testimony and some of your background.
You said faith.
Yes.
Uh, well, I'm a firm believer in God. I pray. I got baptized right before I moved to Knoxville. So, God is no other man like God. God is who He is, and I pray that He watches over me and my family every day. It's really it. It's just there's no words to describe God for real. It's just I'm a firm believer in God. I don't know about no one else, but I make sure I believe in God and I know who He is.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, like just to kind of reiterate I think I had already asked, but again, you had other interests, and had some offers, but again, like Mississippi State stood out. If it wasn't Mississippi State, what school would be out there on your radar? Because I noticed you had some offers from even teams like Ole Miss, in the state of Mississippi. You had Oregon on the radar. You had teams in the group of five like Liberty or Marshall, which are really good teams. If it wasn't for Mississippi State, where would you be heading, possibly?
Probably Virginia Tech. Yeah, that was my number two. So if not Mississippi State, Virginia Tech.
Awesome. Mayhem, I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah. You know, whenever I what was your what keeps you motivated? Whenever you get you know whenever you get discouraged, what keeps you motivated to keep on playing and to keep on with that drive that you have?
My
What motivates you?
my family, especially my parents, they keep me motivated.
And how have they played the role and what do they mean to you?
They mean a lot. But them pushing me every day means a lot. Means a lot to me. Even the stuff I don't be wanting to do sometimes, they still push me because it's no. If I want to be one of the best players in the NFL, they gonna push me to be one of the best players in the NFL. Even if I didn't want to play football, whatever I did, they gonna push me. So I just love that they there for me on that.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you've been in high school for a few years now. I would assume you've been playing every single year.
Yes. I missed my 10th grade year.
10th grade year. Okay. But I would assume you've had quite a few really good moments on the field. Talk to me about the moment on the field, maybe a particular play. Um, and I ask this because I love to get offensive linemen to get their perspective on just how big of a role it is on the field. But talk to me about maybe that standout moment for you where you knew that's what you wanted to play, was to help protect quarterbacks and really go up and maybe pancake some guys on defense or something.
Well, if I'm being honest, keep growing up, I always wanted to play on the defensive side of the ball. But
Okay.
one play that just really stood out to me that like made me like, yeah, I'm gonna take O line serious. That's where I wanna play. It's my ninth grade year when I made a block. Actually a good block, lead block, blocking for my running back, and it got to a touchdown. I think I blocked the last person we had to get past, and right then and there, I knew that that's what I wanted to play.
Nice.
Now, we know that you're committed to Mississippi State. Um, the SEC is where the best play, and you know, tell me about the challenges that you might have playing in the SEC. Tell me about what you believe that you can bring to the SEC, and did that play a role in your recruitment, you know, that you want to play where the best play?
Uh, Now as far as the challenges, me knowing me, if I push myself to the highest standard, it's not gonna be no challenges, and that's what I plan on doing. Being probably one of the best offensive linemen to ever play in the SEC. And what I'm gonna bring to the SEC is my competitiveness and willing my willing to drive and not give up. Uh, yeah.
For sure. And you know, tell me some of your strengths that you have.
Uh, my strength I have. Okay, my pros and my probably my pass pro. I say my pass pro is probably one of my strengths, and my quickness on my feet. You know, being how big I am. You know, some people might say that offensive lineman really can't move, but I guess you can say that for an offensive lineman, I can move pretty fast.
I gotta ask you real quick, with the new era of college football, with the portal and NIL and everything going on there, how do you view it? Is that something that you look into a little bit, especially with the NIL? Like, just talk to me about that. Like, do you think we're in a good era, and do you think it's working out? And ultimately, how does it impact you and going into college?
I mean, it don't really impact me as much because I plan on staying at the same college all the way until I make it to the NFL. I feel like if you performing well enough, and you got a really good relationship with your coaches, it shouldn't be no reason for you to transfer. Because if it's a money thing, I mean, if you perform it higher than their expectations for you, they gonna give you the money because they gonna want you to stay at their school. So
Yeah, for sure. We just talked about Lenora Sellers, quarterback of South Carolina, turned down 8 millions. Not one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 M's should have been in his bank account, but he turned it down to stay with South Carolina. You know, tell me your thoughts on that and how you feel about that.
say that again, coach.
I said Lenora Sellers turned down not one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 M's to be in the transfer portal, but he decided to stay with South Carolina and be their quarterback. Tell me your thoughts on that, and yeah, just tell me your thoughts on that.
I mean, I think he made the best choice that was for him because just because they give you that much money doesn't mean it's gonna be the right place for you. So I feel like he was comfortable where he was at and had, like I said, a good relationship with the coaches, and he was performing well. So he stayed where he was at. It was no problem for him to transfer. It was no reason for him to transfer.
Do you think that will inspire up and coming athletes in the future? And do you think that'll help um, you know, players from transferring all the time? Do you think that'll inspire people, players to make the right decision and stay off, all 4 years or all 3 years of their collegiate career?
I mean, not everybody gonna have the same mindset, but I feel like it will impact some players to like just open their eyes up and see that it's not all about the money. But some people it's probably just business and whatever they need to do to get as much money as they possibly want. I mean,
For sure. You got any last questions, Ballard?
Um, Not that I can think of, ma'am. Dude, like I said, I didn't know Mayhem was bringing you on. I literally was talking, or I literally was trying to do some research and stuff for Mississippi State Live at the Voice of College Football and trying to get some stuff ready for Monday. And like you were one of the key guys on the list, and it's just really great to get some insight, man. I think this is great, and I really don't have anything else. Love and appreciate you for coming on, man, and I wish you the best going forward. And if there's anything, like hit me up on Twitter or something at Ballard Sports. Just you ever want to come on the show, and if anything changes, just let us know.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank y'all for having me on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, man.
I wanted to have you on as a special guest surprise for the show, and I think it's awesome that I finally got to surprise Ballard with such an amazing talent like yourself, and I wish you nothing but the best. And although you're going to be playing for the wrong Bulldogs, I will be cheering for you and wish nothing but the best for you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Oh, you have a good night. Well, I guess he's gone. Dude, you set that up. When did you set this up?
I've been trying to get in contact with him pretty much the whole show so far, and